girl, Shannon Sharpe really should have listened to Monique when she asked him to stop going after young girls because he just effed around and found out the hard way. Y'all remember how Shannon was sued a couple of months ago by a woman who claimed that he allegedly SA'd her? Well, there has been a major update in the case, and it is wild because Shannon just got fired and he's about to lose millions of dollars. But the really crazy part is that rumor has it that Shannon holds Monique responsible for all this. And he thinks that it's all her fault that all this is happening to him. But what exactly did Monique do? And are we about to see the downfall of Shannon Sharpe? Let's break it down. Okay, so I don't know about y'all, but it was clear from the start that this was going to be a tough fight for Shannon because the claims that his accuser, Gabriella Zuniga, made were pretty serious, to say the least. But we didn't think that it was going to be this bad because he just got fired from ESPN over the SA lawsuit. This came as a major shocker because he had just signed a multi-year extension deal with ESPN only a few months before he got sued. So everyone thought that his job was safe. He even settled the lawsuit with Jane Doe out of court, and everyone thought that he was in the clear. And we don't know exactly how much he settled for, but there are rumors that he eventually settled for $23 million. It's a lot less than the $50 million that Gabriella asked for, but it's still a lot of money. It's enough money that she immediately retired from OnlyFans. Shannon has continued to insist that their encounters were consensual, but the fact that he settled was more than enough to make people suspicious. And it looks like ESPN might feel the same way, which explains why they fired Shannon. And honestly, with the creepy details about the case, it's not hard to see why ESPN would feel a type of way about keeping him on board. According to Gabrielle, she was only 19 when they got together, while Shannon was 54. This immediately sent red flags waving because of the insane age gap. To get a sense of why this whole situation feels off, consider this. At the time the relationship supposedly happened, Shannon's youngest kid was around 29 or 30, which means that Gabriella was 10 or 11 years younger than that. So yeah, while everything might have been technically above board, that age difference, especially in this particular context, definitely raises some eyebrows. Now, let's talk about the lawsuit because Gabriella really didn't hold back. She actually filed it under the name Jane Doe, probably hoping to keep things low-key and avoid the public eye. But that didn't last long. Shannon and his legal team responded by naming her directly, which is how her identity ended up out in the open. In her lawsuit, she accused Shannon of manipulating and controlling her and alleges that he violently and ate her from behind in October 2024 and January 2025, blatantly ignoring her pleas for him to stop. The lawsuit details instances of alleged threats and physical assault, stating Sharpe refused to accept the answer no, even as she sobbed and screamed. According to Gabriella, things started off pretty normal, and they met at a gym in LA and ended up in a consensual relationship that lasted around 2 years. But somewhere along the way, things allegedly took a dark turn. She claims Shannon became cruel and even threatened to unalive her when she tried to share her location with friends. And it doesn't end there. Gabriella also said Shannon had a habit of recording their intimate moments. Sometimes she agreed to it, but other times she claimed she had no idea it was even happening. He supposedly told her the footage was just for him, but she accused him of turning around and showing it to his friends. But Shannon wasn't about to let all that go unchecked. He fired back through his lawyer with a statement. And let's just say he did not hold back. Not only did they deny everything, but they also dropped what they claim are actual text messages Gabriella sent him. And whoo, these weren't just flirty little texts. They were explicit, like way past PG-13. In the text, she said stuff like, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're ***ing me. I know you miss this big, juicy $25,000 for each cheek. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you. That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it because they're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me." Like I said, those texts were wild, but what really made people do a double take was Gabriella's bizarre fixation on the whole big black baby thing. The way she worded it was super off. Considering she's white, the tone of those messages had some seriously uncomfortable racial undertones. Honestly, it came across like straight up race play. Anywho, Shannon's statement also said, "This lawsuit, filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual, intimate encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual." And it continued, "The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role playing adult language and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga. The edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages, that the intimate activity was not consensual. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of SA, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. But Shannon wasn't done yet. He followed up with a video where he accused attorney Tony Busby of blackmail. Yep, that Tony Busby, the same guy who previously went after Jay-Z in a SA lawsuit. In the video, Shannon claimed Busby was planning to release audio clips that were taken completely out of context and edited to make him look guilty. And if that wasn't enough, he also said Gabriella and Busby were coming for the money, like a lot of it. According to him, they were demanding $50 million in the lawsuit.
This isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Well, at this point, Tony Busby finally clapped back, claiming that Shannon had offered Gabriella $10 million during mediation in exchange for her not filing the lawsuit. He wrote, back in early February, our office contacted Mr. Sharpe on behalf of Jane Doe and broached the subject of a meeting. Multiple conversations took place. Ultimately, a mediation occurred. Sharpe was represented by different lawyers in that mediation. That mediation process went on for more than 6 weeks, ultimately leading to Mr. Sharpe making an incredibly significant offer to settle. However, Doe refused the hefty sum offered by Sharpe and instead filed this case. He also claimed that the texts Shannon and his lawyers had released were old texts sent before the alleged SA incidents. He wrote, every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today purportedly from Jane Doe are dated prior to the alleged brutal assault set forth in Jane Doe's case. Those texts were obviously released in an effort to distract the public's attention from the allegations in Jane Doe's lawsuit. It won't work. But Busby wasn't done putting Shannon on blast. Not long after Shannon posted that video accusing him of blackmail, Busby clapped back with some serious heat. He released an audio clip where Shannon can allegedly be heard threatening to choke Gabriella.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. It is what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, this is not looking good for him. After releasing the audio, Tony Busby wrote, the contents of this clip are certainly not sexual. They are not playful. They are instead disturbing, aggressive, and dangerous. This audio paints a very clear picture of how Sharpe treated Jane Doe, leading her to escape from him by leaving Nevada and blocking all contact with him. Shannon's lawyer wasn't letting that one slide without firing back, and this time he aimed right at Gabriella. He claimed the entire lawsuit smelled like a money grab. According to him, it was very convenient that Gabriella filed her claims just a day before news broke about Shannon reportedly closing in on a massive media deal worth over $100 million for his Club Shay Shay podcast. His lawyer said her knowledge that Mr. Sharpe's about to receive a very lucrative contract, she knew that took advantage of it, and I describe this in my opinion that this is a classic definition of blackmail. That gives the greatest leverage to blackmail. It looks like Gabriella's filing came at the perfect time, and she managed to get $23 million for her troubles. As crazy as it is, Monique predicted that this was going to happen to Shannon, and she called him out for his weird obsession with young white women, and he should date someone his own age.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your and get your old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Well, fast forward to Shannon getting fired, and now the streets are saying that he somehow holds Monique responsible for his downfall. Rumor has it that he thinks that Monique's interview was what planted the seeds in Gabriella's mind to sue, because she knew that people would be on her side as a young white woman. If he hadn't done the interview, then things wouldn't be the hot mess that they are right now. Girl, the lack of accountability here is insane, but I want to know what you think about this chaotic drama. So drop your thoughts in the comments below, and then check out this next video.